Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining the first webinar hosted by Beauty Expo and Cosmo Beauty Malaysia. Today, we are honored to have few prominent speakers to discuss on the topic Turning Challenges into Opportunities, Strategizing for a Bright Future in the New Normal. I'm Ida, the MC for this webinar. Before we start, I would like to mention some housekeeping rules. All microphones and video of attendees have been muted. If you have any question to ask our speakers, you may list them down into the Q&A box. If there is any internet distraction during the webinar, please be patient and try to sign in again. Let's go through today's program. We will start off with a welcome remarks by our moderator, Ms. Irene Wong, President of Asia Pacific Hairdressers and Cosmetologists Association (AFCA), and followed by the sharing session from our first speaker, Mr. Bambang Soteto, President of Bumiputera Hairdressing Association (BUHA). Second speaker, Mr. Wafi Zainal, Andy's Global Educator, and our last speaker, Mr. Stanley Young, the founder of Young Plus Hair Studio. We will also have time for Q&A session at the end. Without further ado, I will turn the time over to our moderator, Ms. Irene Wong.
Good afternoon, everyone. I first like to say thank you to Beauty Expo of Informa Market for having me today. And I'd like to say thank you to all the audience for taking the time to be with us here. Okay, let me give you a short introduction of myself. I'm Irene. I'm the president, or you call the country leader of AFCA Malaysia. I have been a hairdresser for 39 years. So stop counting my age. Okay. We have been in this line. I have been in this line for a long time. But never would I think that such a pandemic would happen. So this is a good time where we all share our views, our ideas to improve in our industry. It's not easy, I know. It's not an easy thing. And I think most of you have rested more than 3 months, or some maybe just 3 months, and you're all ready to be back on work. So I believe we are also back, really to come back to give some life back to ourselves, to our industry. So we have rested enough. But with this new norm, of course, there are a lot of rules and regulation, like some SOP, safety and hygiene. So for us to accept, it will take a long time. But you're not the only one. There's so many people in the whole world, all the hairdressers, the barbers, the one in spa, in pedicure, everybody needs to wear a mask, the mask. You can even have your own mask made and you look so beautiful. So masks and gloves and your full attire is a must. And another thing is social distancing. I know social distancing has come into place, not only for us in this industry, even for restaurants. I think slowly and surely we will be there. Okay? If we all can cooperate all together, all of us, we will be there. It will take a while for us to get used to it. I think it's not easy. And new ways of operating is always not easy. If we can all cooperate to do it. So if you as hairdressers and barbers, if you are not inspired, how are you going to inspire your clients? So you yourself, you are ready with all the safety and hygiene. We are going to assure our clients we are ready so that they can come back to us and we can start our business again. And we will just take a while to get you. I keep repeating this because I know it's not easy. I hear a lot of remarks from people, oh, it's not easy to wear this and wear that. But surely we will be there. So, and I also want to say my thoughts are also with you all. And we hope all of you are safe and healthy. When times get tough, we are all reminded just how important it is to band together, support each other. I want to strongly say this, we are all in this same line. Do not backstab each other. we are here to share, to tell each other. Maybe some of our friends are not wearing the same or the correct attire. Go and help them. Go and tell them this is wrong, but don't backstep. Okay? Okay, I must say today I'm very honored to have three prominent speakers from the barber and hairdressing industry. They have taken off so much time to be with us and let us hear from their views on the topic. It's not easy to get them here. I know it's a difficult task. And let me introduce our first speaker, Mr. Bambang Soteto from the Bumiputera Hairdressing Association. And then we have Wafi Zainal from Andis, the global, he's the global educator. And we have Stanley Young, the entrepreneur, the founder of Young and Hair Studio. So in this webinar, we will identify challenges facing by the barber and hairdressing industry due to the COVID-19. By facing all the challenges, how to transform your challenges into a great opportunities. How businesses strategize for a bright future in this new norm. I know it's not easy. So let me introduce our first speaker, Mr. Bambang. Bambang has over 19 years of experience hairdressing. And his journey started as a salon assistant in Europe. How he fell in love with the technique and he liked it. And he came back and opened up his own salon in the Cape. He had his own salon in 2007. Then eventually he started the Bumiputera Association that has helped the Bumiputera to come up. We are in Malaysia, very nice country. We have everybody, 3-4 races together, but we're all united. Okay? So now he's also the L'Oreal, Professional Senior ID Artist. As a motivator, Bambang's successful story has gained him with a lot of customers. So without further, shall we have Bambang on the floor? Bambang, it's yours now.
Thank you, Madam Moderator Irene Wong. So the introduction for myself was so enthusiastic, so expressive. I think a bit over the top. So I don't think so. I need to introduce myself anymore. Anyway, I just want to say thank you for Beauty Expo for having me here as one of the panelists. Among other panelists, Mr. Stanley, Mr. Wafi, and of course all the whoever tune in to listen to what we are going to share. All right. First thing first, during the MCO, okay, like I think most of you at least 2 months we can't go out, right? We are bored at home, we got nothing to do. Same like me, at least for 2.5 months I was at home doing nothing. Okay, so I realized one thing is for sure. I think you heard knowledge is power, knowledge is gold. And I just want to add up another one. This is from me lah. And knowledge should be free. Okay. And why is that? Because during the MCO, I realized that we can't go out and exercise. We have to stay at home. So the only thing that we have is our gadget, which is our phone and the TV. Even the TV now is actually we can go on Netflix. So everything is online. So I realized like, okay, I've been busy all my life and I can't cook. So why not trying to enhance my cooking skill? So that's the first thing I do. So I check out YouTube. Okay, because now you can check out YouTube. You have a lot of information in YouTube, Google. You can do Wikipedia. These are all free. And then I realized, okay, why not check how to cook, how to make an omelette? I know it sounds like very, sounds so simple. Everybody can do omelette, right? I mean, believe it or not, my omelette always tastes bad. It never tastes the same like if I were to have it in the restaurant. So I check, like, okay, sometimes then I think simplest tips and tricks can actually benefit like even myself, like, okay, who would thought like cooking an omelette would raise so much view? And then I realized it like, okay, why not I create a video, tutorial video maybe things that I know sound simple to me, like maybe look so simple to me, might not be for others. So then everything started from there. And I bring on my ring light, I use my tripod, and I bought the tripod for many years. I haven't used it. So the first time I used tripod, okay, to take a video, and I use my ring light. And then I say, okay, I'm gonna do something like a video sharing with people, like maybe how to cut their hair. And then, like, can you imagine? In the past 3 months, I created more than 30 videos. I think that is the most I created, like maybe even in 2-3 years. I would never think that I could create such an like uh, tutorial in such a short time because I was bored. And by the way, here are some of my videos you can see, and all these videos generate a lot of views. And then one of the video in particular is how to cut your own fringe. You can see later on, it created almost 200,000 views. And all of these are all simple video. Things that I think that is so simple that everybody should know, but actually benefit other people. So what does this do to my business? And then I realized that, okay, when you do tutorial, things like this online, you create social presence. I mean, you create your presence on the internet, on the social media. So that could actually generate more clients to your business. And I realized this because now that my salon can open, I have maybe at least 30% new clients coming to my salon than before, because I check, like, and when we ask, like, how do you know about us, they always say that, oh, we watch your video, we watch your tutorial, thank you so much for sharing. And this generate a lot of new clients. And not only that, I realized one thing: when you do this kind of video, they trust you. And trust is such a powerful tool that whenever you do consultation, they were just like, okay, I believe you, whatever product you advise me, I will buy. Not that don't misuse it, that it's easier for me to actually relay my message to my clients. And one other thing that I realized is, actually, all this while I've been doing conventional way of handling my business, because when it comes to hairdressing business, it's always one-to-one. So I'm a hairdresser and have my client in front of me, and I'm gonna do consultation. And this has changed since MCO. So now, instead of one-to-one business, I can sell my shampoo to maybe thousands more and not even have to be in front of the clients. What I need to do is I just create a video, a tutorial video, how to choose the correct shampoo, and voila, the whole thing just on its own. I sell so much shampoo and so much product in during the MCO, during that 2 months period, than in maybe in 1 year, just because I create this tutorial video and just because the client have more trust in me. And then one thing for sure, that has changed the way I handling my business now. Instead of doing the conventional way, now I know that when I do more tutorial video, I can create more clients. Sometimes you would think like, oh, I'm giving too much free information to the clients, to the public. But don't worry, what you give, the more you give, the more you get back. This is really true in my case. It's really, really true. I can assure you that. And one thing I will always want to share with you is, you can always make the best out of the worst situation. And I think I have did that quite good. And something that you can always, maybe you can share with other fellow business and hairdressers. I mean, when it comes to my this business, we're strategizing your business during this pandemic season. Other than that, I think what we can do is always, like, I don't think there's not anything wrong in sharing knowledge. And again, I just want to give a bit more thought in it, like, knowledge should be free and knowledge should be shared with everyone. Okay. So hopefully you guys gain something. Like this is what I gained during the MCO, and it really works, and it changes the way I'm gonna handle my business from now on. Thank you, everyone. So can't wait to hear what the other panelists have to say.
Thank you. Thank you, Bambang. Was an interesting talk. Knowledge is gold, knowledge is power, knowledge is free. I reckon that Bambang is always willing to help, to share. Bagus macam tu. So we will we hope with this pandemic yang a lot of customers have watched your video, they find it very good and useful. So even they can cut their own hair while we are not in service. Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Bambang. Okay, shall we now call upon our Okay, now we have a question from the audience. How is the SOP with regards to the new norm affecting the salon revenue? So we have a lot of SOP. So we are just wondering how the salon revenue has been affected. So we will just wait and see what's the result coming out. Meanwhile, just bear with me. But I think it was an interesting talk, Bambang. Give us an idea. Yeah, thank you. The SOP is sometimes not difficult to follow. It's just that, like I said before, earlier, susah. It's like getting to adapt to it. It's not easy to adapt to new things. We all need changes. If we cannot do this, we have to just bend and then change. Okay, now we have the results. The results shows about 40% say it has affected the salon revenue. 40%. 20% no. 31% affected. So thank you for the question. Okay. But this, without any further, we shall invite our third speaker, Wafi Zainal, and this global educator. Kalau dapat Wafi cakap tu tak berhenti. Wafi, he is recognized as the secret of Scissors Man, hit of Master Barber Malaysia. He is also the founder and the owner of Royal Barber and Hit Barber. His dedication and passion in this industry brought him to champion many competition like Fast Fit in Singapore, and the last one was Last Fit Barber Battle in 2015. Wafi Zainal, the floor is yours.
Assalamualaikum and good day to everyone that is tuning in. First of all, mic check. Everyone can hear me? Can anyone, I'm going to say hi if they can hear me? Right, good. All right. So first and foremost, I would like to convey my thanks to Beauty Expo, Cosmo Beauty for organizing this webinar. Secondly, I would like to say thanks for the big introduction for our Madam host, the beautiful Irene Wong of AFCA. Right, thank you so much for the introduction. Very nice, very humbling. And again, to convey thanks to my fellow panelists, Mr. Bambang Soteto and also Mr. Stanley Yang, who both are my dear friends. All right. So before I start my points for today, I'll be coming in from the barber's point of view, obviously. And I would like to start with a question. How did you guys spend or utilize your MCO period, those 2.5 months, or we can say 3 months? How do you utilize your MCO period? How did you prepare yourself? How do you feel in other than spending time with your families? All right. So for me, I learned how to design better social media presence, images and videos. I bought in few apps. I invested in few apps. It doesn't have to be a specific app. It has to be apps that you're comfortable with. You have 3 months, over 90 days to familiarize yourself, get to know how to use that app functionality wise and, effectively. So I bought 3 apps. basically to prepare myself. Why I dove into this, how do I utilize this apps during this 3 months of MCO period in Malaysia, is I learned how to use it effectively. Those posters, those videos that I've done, I kept it aside. So basically it's a preparation, my bullets, my advertisement bullets for my social media, because obviously once it's open, like we are experiencing now, we don't have any time to fill in to, put our social media inputs every day, because we have customers queuing up, rolling into our shops, either salons or barbershop. So this is how I utilize my 3 months of MCO period, okay? Preparing social media content and video content. So it's like everything is just a click away. I've done like more than 50 posters for IG stories. So I just repeat on using that and everything. Okay, so that is how I utilize. How do you utilize your MCO period? So that is a question for you guys to ponder on. So moving on to my point today, my key speech for today, it's how to gain your existing or potential customers' trust during this MCO business hours. All right. We in the hair industry, either barber or hairdressing, are getting a really bad media rep from the social media, from television, from online newspapers. Okay. We are getting very, very bad rep. Now it is affecting the netizens' view on our businesses. So obviously we cannot stop what people are thinking. Bad publicity is still publicity. We are the number one talk about industry in the whole Malaysia. It's like every day people are talking about hair. Yes, it is a bad publicity, but it's still publicity. So my suggestion to you is to write that publicity. Put aside the bad word. Bad publicity is still publicity. Use that. How? This is how I use, how I write that publicity. So step 1, being a Malaysian. First impression is everything. You judge people from the first time you look. You may look at me, Wafi is so stuck up. Mr. Bambang is so stuck up, Mr. Lee is so stuck up, but you haven't got the chance to talk to us yet. You haven't had the chance to get to know us yet. We as hairstylists, as barbers, we have to have a great interpersonal skills. Because why? We always consult to our customers. Obviously, we are very friendly to you guys, right? So being a Malaysian, first impression is everything. So for me, using that particular point, I chose to follow the SOP provided by the government strictly and add a bit more, whereby I end up wearing head caps, PPE suits, and flash masks, right? So I went a step further so that by displaying the SOP that I've used, this does not only show that you are taking care about yourself, but actually you are taking care about the customers. Either it's your current customers, your regular customers, or your potential customers who just happens to stroll by or walk by your salons. Because when you put yourself different than other in the same situation, all of us are wearing the same, utilizing the same SOP. But what does differentiate us from the other premises, other businesses who are complying to the same SOP? It's taking that step further beyond, taking that extra mile. Because obviously all customers will be wanting to choose which barbershop, which salons is complying to SOP, which one is utilizing it to the fullest. So by investing a bit on these steps, you gain that trust. You gain more customers, your potential customers. You lock view with the customers. Okay, you lock that intent to come into your shop just by displaying extra efforts. Okay, so step 1 is to gain your customers' trust, regular or potential, before they even walk into your shop, securing their intention to go into your shop. Step 2 is display. Again, this is what I practice: display and consultation. Displaying outside is one thing, showing off what you do, but once they walked into your shop, displaying what you're actually really doing. For me, I display I kept the social distancing, minimum 2 meters. But what I display is more towards the sanitization products that I use, not just for tools, but also for my barber chairs, for my barber cape, disposable barber capes, antiseptic, this sanitization spray for clippers, sanitized oil for scissors. They all provide that, such as, and this also provide all these tools. Okay, so by displaying this strict SOP, alongside of your customer's eye view, because you have like minimum 30 minutes, maximum 1 hour, right? Though you are talking to them, your customer's eyes may wander off to somewhere else, not just in front of the mirror. So by displaying this, they see, oh, this guy is taking care of me and taking care of himself. I can see that he's taking the extra mile of, buying all this sanitation products just to keep his business and his customers happy and safe. All right. So again, display and consultation. So 1, gain their trust before they come in. Step 2, lock their trust and make them feel safe and comfortable as soon as they sit on your chair. Step 2. So step 3 is actually a repetitive on the step. Step 3 is the repetitive addition to step 2 is going another extra mile towards the customers. For me, I give a cologne napkin. Cologne napkin, and for barbers, it's used for killing off germs after you shave, having a full shave. It's like an aftershave, but it's a napkin, packaging. So it doesn't really cost much, but it is effective. It is bacteria and it kills germs and bacteria, and it gives a sense of you're sending off your customer with saying, always keep safe, always stay hygiene. So you already gain your customer's trust, you already lock your customer's trust. The third one is a proper send off. Okay, so this is how I battle, how I gain my customer's trust during this MCO PKPP period. Okay, we are still in the lockdown situation, partial, pemulihan. So, but still, the key is gaining customers' trust. It's a bit hard. So, I think that's all for me. My 3-step. I hope it is beneficial to all my friends and my viewers. I saw there's one guy from Singapore. Hi, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I hope everything is beneficial to you guys. That's all for me. I hope we hear next from my next panelist, Mr. Stanley Young. And off to you, Madam Irene Wong, our beautiful host.
Okay. Thank you very much, Wafi. It was interesting, very educating. Okay. I think we have benefited from you, what you have told us. And I reckon that you banyak follow SOP bagus. So you go above it. You go beyond it. You pakai topi, pakai tu, and then you also give out a cologne napkin. That's very good. When you consider, that means you really take care, you are caring for your customers. That's very good. And then I realized that during this MCO, you went into digital and you update yourself. That's good. You see, we learn and then we can update ourselves and you can post in social media. That's very good, Wafi. And thank you for your time. I know you have always been so busy. Thank you for your contribution from the barber side.
Thank you so much.
We are very happy that we managed to get you in. Thank you. We will hear next poll question and see what the public has to say. Okay. The question has come out. What's the main factor of consideration for a customer to choose a salon among others? This is a good question coming from the audience. What is the main factor of consideration for a customer to choose a salon among others? You see, some customers will choose whether they like your services or they like the hairstylist experience, or they prefer your advertising, your promotion, or some customers will say, oh, I don't care. If the price is cheap, I go. Different views, different customers, different things. So we will wait and see what the customers have to say. from this, whether they will go for services or they prefer your experience, or maybe this month you have promotion, they will come to us. So with the social media, it's good. We'll come up. You see, customers have come up for 31%. They say good customer service, only 31%. Yang 54% too coming from experience. So customers are willing to go to a very experienced hairdresser, a more professional. Then promotion, affordable price, 15%. Okay, so that means they prefer our experience and your professionalism. So you are there. Okay. Anyway, thank you, Wafi, for your time, and it was good. Okay, thank you. Without any further, I'd like to invite our last speaker for this evening. He's Stanley Young. Stanley is a young entrepreneur in the hairdressing industry. You say young? No, he has got 15 years of experience, and he started Young and Hair Studio. He's one of a different. He called himself independent founder. Why independent founder? Because he believes that he wants to give the best to his client. He starts from consultation, washing, cutting, blowing, or even color. He does it all by himself. So he likes this, and he finds he's got lots of customers coming to him because he does it himself. So without any further, shall we invite Stanley? Okay, Stanley, the floor is yours now.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Bambang. Hi, Wafi. Thank you, Bambang and Mr. Wafi sharing. Thank you, Irene Wong and Beauty Expo for having me today. My name is Stanley Young from Jane Plus Hair Studio. Today, I'm going to be speaking to you today about turning challenge into opportunity in this pandemic situation. To cope with this challenge, we need to question and reassess and redefine our thinking. So the next, I want to sharing 3-point focus, which is important. That is business cash flow, staff management, stock inventory management. Okay, so let's see the next slide. Okay, for the business cash flow, they have 3 points. Learning better business cash flow management and seek investment opportunities. I believe more of the salon owner also focus on their sales and haircut, perming and coloring. I think for hair salon owner, we should try to learn more about business management, like from online courses or read book, or we can learn from our friends, like who doing business. I think after we have enough knowledge to manage our salon finance, I think we will seek for investment opportunity too. Then the third point, crossover collaboration with other industry. We can do some crossover collaboration with other industry. It's not only like crossover with like fashion. We can crossover with F&B and other products, and we can do some crossover event to branding ourselves. Okay, so that's the business cash flow sharing. So for the next, staff management. Okay, number one, what I want to share: no more shampoo girl and assistant or shampoo boy, but junior stylist. And maximize manpower and more personal touch with customer. Okay, the first, maybe you were curious why I would say like no more shampoo boy or assistant. Because for me, right, for my understanding, when a student finish their full course in Hair Academy, they're supposed to know how to work in the salon. So we don't need any like assistant or or shampoo boy to work in the salon for like 3 years, 5 years, only promote to senior stylist. So actually, it's not efficient for me. So we can make it like 3 months as a probation, as an internship. Then after that, after 3 months, directly promote them to become a junior stylist. Then actually, it also will make those fresh blood, young people willing to join our industry, because I realize a lot of young people, they will feel like they still very confused, like they want to join or not, because when they join the industry, they will feel like they need to work many years only can become a hairstylist. So I think it also will make we can cost the maximize manpower. Why? Because when all the hairstylists also done the customer by themselves, right? Then they can maximize the manpower, and also can create the value for the company. And also can for the company side, they also can budget the financial. I mean the salary. You don't need like one hairstylist, you hire like 4 5 assistants. Actually, it's when a disaster come like MCO, so the owner will feel like very hard in this time. And also more personalized touch with customer. When all the thing also done by the hairstylist, then means the customer can feel like more personal touch. So I think that also will increase the competitive advantages for this. Okay, so for the next, stock inventory control. So what I'm going to sharing is business application with e-commerce industry and creating B2B2C business relation. From our traditional offline selling hair product, right? I think we need to be restructured. During the MCO lock time period, what I do a lot, I do a lot of online shopping at home, because we cannot go out, we stay safe, and which is very easy and safe. Like we do online shopping. So of course, when during lockdown period, I went to my salon, do some cleaning, tidy up. Then when I tidy up my salon, I look at the product, right? Then I start thinking, why this product will put there. Everyone also do online shopping, but not hair product. So I feel like we need to reassess and redefine the online shopping. Like I mean that the B2B2C, the relation can be restructured. So we also need to work with the supplier or product company to restructure, and we transform the customer shopping buying habit from offline to online. Okay. So that's all what I share. Well, what I want to share today. So that's it. So if anyone would like to get in touch with me, do reach out to me. Don't hesitate. And via Facebook, Yang Plus Hair Studio page or Instagram. And it's been an honor to be among such accomplished individual and to be able to present my perspective before you all. Thank you and good day. Thank you, Irene. Thank you, Mr. Bambang. Thank you, Mr. Wafi.
Okay, thank you, Stanley. Thank you very much. You have come up with ideas of this. That's good. Listening to all you three speakers, you all each have different ideas. Like Stanley say, he will come up with is an idea of e-commerce industry. That's very interesting, because during times of pandemic, I believe that many customers going around looking for products they don't know what to buy. So it's good to have link them on to the this e-commerce shopping, and then they know where to buy. Then maybe you all can have a understanding with your supplier. You can have an account, and then when your customers in the salon buy, that means this one commission or what will go to Stanley. And then that's what, like I said earlier, we must advise our customers, don't leave them hanging as to what to do and what to use. That's very good. And you say in time to come, we refuse to, or we try not to have so many staff. so that when like MCO, so many, I believe that many of us are facing this thing. We cannot be paying our staff, and the staff say, I want to work, not that I don't want to work, but the salon is not open. So we're facing a lot of challenges there. So how are we going to reduce this? So it's also nice to bring them up and don't call them shampoo girls or shampoo boys. Give them a chance to explore even in hairdressing or in barbering. So, with all these three speakers speaking, I feel that there is something out to listen. Okay. Okay, we have a question out here. How important is digital marketing in promoting your salon? You see, like not like those days where salon don't have this digital marketing, but now it's a modern era. We have to go into digital marketing. It's so important. It's so much easier. Anything that matters, they will just go online and they check. So when we are not there, we are losing out. So it's also nice to wake up all the hairdressers in this market to be online. Okay, and we have come up with an answer. Wow, 70 to 100% say 65% say 70 to 100% they are into digital. They find it important. 40 to 80 say not so important. 30, that's 33%. So I think we should all slowly try to go into digital marketing to help us promote our own salon. Okay, we shall close this thing. Uh, thank you, Stanley, for your time and your thoughts for this event. Okay, we will have question and answer soon from everybody. So I like to say about this thing, we shall all work hand in hand as to cope this thing and try to maintain this. Okay, I have a question here from the public. I think maybe I can ask Bambang. Bambang, would you like to take this question?
Okay, which one?
Apa tu dia kata, what is your advice to those who like to pursue in this industry as a career or a source of income?
Okay, I will answer that question. Okay, advice. So when someone, even if someone I know want to pursue this career, skills is definitely number one. Okay, you need to work on your skill. I mean, when I say skill, your technical skill lah. So how you gonna open us? I mean, going to be a hairdresser or a barber if you don't have the skill, kan? So that's number one lah. Number two, of course, work on your charisma. So I think one of the other main important, like when I want to choose somebody over someone else, is I need to choose that person. I'm going to look at his or her personality, character, and of course, whether that person is charismatic. The way that person bring himself up, I mean, like portraying himself or herself. I think that is very, very important. So when I see someone looking good, I mean, not physically looking good. I mean, you can tell if someone has aura, right? Like, okay, the way he speak, the way she speak, the way the body posture and everything, that would definitely attract clients or future clients. And of course, social media presence is so important. Just now when I say knowledge is power, knowledge should be is also the other thing is that you should be, because I give you an example. I have my own staff who are actually very, very good in technical skill and also very charismatic, but super shy when it comes to record himself to be on the camera. Because I think if you want someone to get to know you better, you need to be able to express. You need to be able to put yourself out there. Because we work in the beauty industry where we need to communicate and we need to express ourselves in a good way. So if you could put yourself out there, okay, then it's already a really good plus point. Because in the end of the day, I would say like if someone would love to dive into this industry, they should be able to learn public speaking. That is very, very important. So I think that's 3 points from me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. We have. Thank you, Bambang. You think public speaking lah. So you find public speaking is also important. I think it's quite true for a staff to communicate with your hairdresser. I mean, with your clients. It's very important because sometimes some customers come in. They also need to engage with our staff. If our staff don't seem to open their mouth to talk to the clients also get get carried away. So I think we are very lucky. We are in a very beautiful industry. Do you all agree? It's a beautiful industry, and we get to meet different people every day. Your job is never bored. Never bored. Okay. Thank you, Bambang. I will go to the second question. Oh, not bad. Coming up a lot. The second question's coming. How would you advise your employees to motivation in this period of COVID pandemic? How would you advise your employees? Okay, I think I will throw this question. Can I throw this question to Wafi? How would you advise? What would you advise for employees' motivation in this period of COVID pandemic?
Okay.
What's your
Employee.
advice?
Okay. So again, everyone can hear me, right? So as an employer advising an employee, what would be the motivation to continue during this COVID situation is think of what you have gone through this past 2 months. All right. How valuable your occupation is, our industry is. You feel that you've been, beat down by regulations and everything, that you cannot work for 3 months. But once the lockdown has been lifted, people are like running and coming in, queuing up in front of the door. Appointments are filled up like in half an hour, a full day. So this actually is a motivation for you guys to know that how important barbers, salon hairstylists are. Okay, we are at the age of visual interpretation is everything. Looking good is everything. And who is responsible on that? If not barbers, if not hairstylists, colorists, hairdressers. So you are important. We are important actually. So this will serve you as a motivation that you are needed, your skills are needed. Just that you have to be strong. Okay, without what Mr. Bambang just mentioned just now, without skills, determination, everything, you won't go anywhere. But if you have that, that is your motivation. That is actually the proof of your motivation is customers queuing up. Okay, that is my answer for that question. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Afi. Thank you. Yeah, so your reply is like kita mesti motivate by our skill and sanitization. So we should actually look seriously into sanitization. So let's not forget about our SOP lah. We have to follow SOP strictly. So instill this in ourselves, in our staff. That's very true. So the customer will believe us and they will come back to us. Thank you, Afi. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We have we've got a few questions. I don't know whether we can answer so many of them. Okay, the next one is, what are the challenges faced during the COVID lockdown, and what motivates you most in your business transformation plan? What process you look into transformation? Okay. I don't know whether we have time for this question or not. Would this question? What challenges you face during this COVID lockdown?
The reality, the first, I think the financial, the money, no income. Then I always think how we can transform the business from offline to online. Maybe not 100%, but maybe 40%, 30 to 40%, because we are traditional, we are handcrafted work, we use the hand skill. So we are impossible to transfer like 100% to online. We are not product, so we are services. So I think what I mentioned just now, we can do some changing on the product, like not only selling in a salon. If let's say the disaster come again, so our salon still have a passive income. Your hair stop, but you still got an income. How we can do that? We need to collaborate with the supplier, which is mean suppliers still can earn the same money. They can still supply product to us, but they will directly send to the customer, but through our platform, through our hair salon. We do the hair services and explanation and consultation for the product, but they will buy from the online. So this is a big plan. Then we need to discuss and we have to figure out more detail. Then we only can work it out. I think this is the only thing that I think because when the crisis come again, we close the salon again. Only this thing on online shopping and online buying can change our situation. Yeah, that's my answer. Thank you, Irene.
Okay, thank you. I like your idea. What you say is quite true. We should get in line with the supplier and then cooperate with them. We can also still sell things during this pandemic. That's a very good idea. When you spoke about this just now, I think it's a great thing for all of us to get involved with the suppliers, deal with them, whether they can give us, I don't know, a business deal that our customers still can buy products. So during this time, our business is not working, we are shut down, at least we have some little bit income, better than zero. Thank you. Very good. Very good answer. So I don't know, there's one more question coming up here. Okay, thank you, Stanley. Thank you for your answer. Let's take one. Last question. Can I will just throw this question. Can you further explain the technical skills required for hair stylists to survive in the post COVID-19? Can you further explain the technical skills required for hairstylists to survive in the post COVID-19? Shall I ask Wafi, would you like to take this answer?
I think, okay, can you further explain on the technical skills required for hairstylists to survive in the post-COVID-19? Honestly, if you say hairstylists or barbers, I hope Bambang can also add on this, and Stanley. I just give one short question. From barber side, skills-wise, if you say further explain required, the skill still is the same. We are cutting hair. We are not cutting any other hairs. Okay, but we need to evolve, need to learn. The skills that we need to add is not about cutting hair skills that we already have or they already want to add on, but skills on how to sanitize, how to cut cleanly and safely. That is what you have to learn post-COVID situation. That is my answer. Not cutting skills, but sanitation while cutting. Okay, it's actually different type. But some hairstylists, some barbers mainly, they cut hair like crazy, very good, but they put aside sanitization. Trust me, out of 10 barbers on their desk, I think only 5 have full-on sanitization tools. Okay, right? So sanitization skill is important. Okay, I hope Bambang and Stanley can add on this because I'm adding from barber side. Thank you.
Yeah. From my side, if I may add, I will always tell my staff to actually use all the shortcut skill that I've train them. So this is a time to use all that skill, meaning like try to find shortcut to make everything faster, simpler. Simple doesn't mean it's not beautiful. Simple can also be beautiful. A clean cut is also very nice. So try what in my case, like even myself, if I were to cut my client, if I were to do like a layers, I would try in one section, I can straight away do 2-3 layers. So save me more time rather than me opening section by section. So in one section, I straight away do 2 or 3 layers instead of doing one by one. for example. Another thing is actually the ability to convince your client to do something simpler. Like if they ask for balayas, then you have to say you should be able to convince not to do. Okay, and participate. Like you know that the client are coming with roots. They've definitely come with roots. So this is where your technical knowledge will come handy. Using, for example, ammonia based on the roots, and then acidic based color on the end. So you can do it one time, right? So this all cut time, and definitely you can do in less than an hour and a half. So that's my opinion.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I think we are also running short of time. I must say thank you to everybody. Just before I conclude, I think each of you, the speakers, have given us quite good knowledge and your insight of this to fight the COVID. So we hope to meet up again, and tell the audience, thank you for your time and thank you for the questions. We are not able to answer most of the questions. There's so many of it. We have sent in. We will reply you through the email. Okay. I'm sorry, but there's so many questions coming in, but it's a very good time together with all of you. And before I end up this thing, I like to say thank you to all of you. Together, we join hands. We're going to work and make this thing happen. At this time of COVID-19, we must rise above our circumstances and not allow the huge negatives to deflate our spirit. We are one. Okay? I with you all. I am going to be together with you all to fight this thing. Okay? Hey, babe.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Big
Thank
thumbs up.
you. We see each other again. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Irene Wong, and all of our speakers for the very insightful sharing. Thank you, everyone, for joining this webinar. We hope you enjoyed the sharing session. A recorded version of today's webinar will also be available and sent to your email within 24 hours. Feel free to share this out to those who will benefit from today's session. Stay connected with us. You may visit us on our website www.beautyexpo.com.my, Facebook Beauty Expo, and Instagram beautyexpo.malaysia. Once again, thank you, and we will see you again.